I was gonna do some cringy ass intro, but alright, what's going on, guys? I'm not trying to steal your intro, by the way, Jason. Your intro's just way too catchy for me not to do it. Obviously, by the title of this video, you clearly see that we are doing an official 2025 setup tour. I figure I just start in here in the bathroom, obviously, so you can see my face, and then obviously, we're gonna get started on this setup tour. I'm not gonna say if there's going to be descriptions on everything, but if there is, it's gonna be on the screen right here. So, but it's most likely not. I'm just gonna run through from one side and work my way all the way around. Alright, let's get started. Alright, obviously to start off with, we got my chair, which I can't get in the frame for some reason without backing up like 100 feet. I don't know the name of this chair, but this chair does have a bunch of speakers attached to them. All you have to do is plug it into the system down here. This is the chair I've been using for, I say, a good few years. If I ended up doing a weird pause, it's because my PlayStation was trying to turn off. So we got the original Game Boy. You got the Game Boy SP, or Game Boy Advance SP. The original Nintendo DS. The DS Lite, which hasn't worked for literal years for some reason. The Nintendo DSi. Two Nintendo 3DSs. One of them I was planning on modding, which was probably going to be the red one because I love using the original blue, because that's all my save data was on this one. This one I didn't have too much on, but it all depends on how hard it is to mod it, because if it's anything like the Wii, I can definitely get this thing modded easily. Speaking of modded stuff, we got my modded Game Boy Advance with backlighting and headphone jack accessibility, and this is based off of the Who Watches This theme that I ended up winning. Starting off with it, we're going with the Super Nintendo. Next to that is the PlayStation 2. Above that is the GameCube. Right next to that is a PlayStation 5 exclusive Seagate hard drive that I use for all PS5 related games. This thing is a 4TB drive. I don't know if it's HD or SSD. Underneath that is the original Xbox. We got a regular controller, and then we got this modified Eclipse controller. I had no idea this was actually a modified controller. I just thought this was the original. But you gotta recall that it's been like years. I had this thing for years, so I couldn't tell you that we had this one. I always use this one. Speaking of another Xbox, we got the Series X with another Seagate 2TB hard drive. Right next to that, we have my Wii. This thing is modded. This has the Homebrew add-on installed, and the mods that I have installed with it are the GBX, the PSX, and then I also have the N64 emulator running on this thing as well. For some reason, the emulator altogether for Nintendo 64 are not running as well as it could, at least for certain games, so I might have to do a different add-on altogether. I do plan on adding the SNEX mod, the Ataris as well, and then adding USB loader later down the line so I can play every other Wii game in existence. Right now, just light mods altogether. I thought about getting like crazy themes for backgrounds and everything as well, but that's just a separate thing I have to do altogether. Above that is the PlayStation 4, and obviously above that, me included, we got the 42-inch Roku TV. Next to that is the Nintendo Switch with a wireless, like custom-made controller, which connects to it automatically, and this thing has a huge battery life. I ain't using it heavily. I think this battery lasts for like a solid few weeks or maybe even months, but I don't know, I haven't really like tried to drain the battery out on this thing. So obviously the capture card that I'm using for all my console gameplay is an Elgato HD60S. I almost forgot actually. Then we have the Xbox 360 as well, with a 1TB Seagate hard drive as well. Obviously underneath that we got my 3DS case, which has all my DS and 3DS games and Game Boy Advance games as well. Ignore the fucking state. Got the main PC obviously. I know a lot of people are probably already commenting, well, what are the specs and blah blah blah. I just want to clarify something to you real quick. If you ever judge my PC specs or even give me any suggestions saying, hey, you need to add this part or this part, I'm deleting your fucking comment. And if you're reacting to this video and you're going to start talking shit, I'm going to take down your video by striking. So shout at me, motherfucker. Anybody wants to know the specs for this thing has a motherboard. I do not know the name of this motherboard exactly. There was a name in here. I'm trying to find it. Here. It has this underneath on the motherboard. If you know what saga this is, please let me know, at least in the comment section, so I can actually name it right. Other than that, it's an AMD 5 with Radeon graphics. I believe it has like 6 or 12 cores attached to it, and then for the graphics card, it is an NVIDIA RTX 3060, 16 gigs of RAM, and obviously an air-flowing current as well. Now, I know a lot of people would prefer water cooling, but I don't give a shit. I wanted this PC. It worked for everything that I do, 100% with absolutely no flaws whatsoever. So yeah, I'm very happy with this thing. Obviously, the headphones that I do currently use at the moment, these are Astro A50s. Currently having a charge at the moment. This thing does have PC and PS5 port capabilities. Underneath that, we got my Gamma. Obviously, we got Snow Cone, Rainbow Sherbet, PewDiePie, and obviously Faves Jeff's Raging Gummy Fish. The two monitors on my display. We're going to start with the left to right. They're both LG Ultra Gear. The one on the left is a 144 Hertz. The other one is a 160 Hertz. Keyboard is a CyberPower PC. This is just a solid Glacier Ice. I don't know the model of the keyboard altogether. And the same thing with the mouse. This is a CyberPower mouse. I don't know the name of the model. And obviously this mat is definitely really old. I had this thing for a very long time. Obviously, you can even just tell just by scratching at it. That's how long this damn thing's been here for. The idea, I used to just have this monitor, but then I went out of my way and bought this one. So yeah, official dual wielding setup. And for some reason, I cannot get it in the frame. It's just like my chair. Speaking of editing programs, the programs I use to edit my videos is Microsoft Clipchamp. I obviously have it up because I'm going to be editing this video after I'm done. OBS and Game Capture are what I use for PC gameplay and console gameplay. Underneath the desk, obviously, we got my most expensive hard drive so far, a Seagate 8TB hard drive SSD. This one I can confirm, and it does have like a backup gaming cloud system. I don't use it because I don't plan on exchanging PCs anytime soon. But if I ever do, I can definitely use the backup cloud drive for this thing. And next to that, you got the air compressor cans, the Xbox controller I use for PC, my Oculus that I use for VR. It has those tanning lines. I just realized that. Same thing with the Super Nintendo. Back there is obviously the Skull Candy headset that I use. So that is a bunch of Xbox and PS2 games with some watermelon flavored 5 gum. I keep tripping over my words. I apologize for that. This thing I just got recently is a Xbox headset, which I'm going to be using especially whenever Doom Dark Ages comes. I do have a collector's edition package coming, and I'm definitely going to do a review on that as well. Obviously, we got PC games, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and then a few extra PlayStation 2 games that I couldn't fit on the shelf. Obviously, like I said, I also have the PlayStation 5, which is hooked up to this monitor on the left. It's currently off because, well, it's been sitting on the menu for a minute there, so. Obviously, for the headset that I do use, I use the old school headset that I used before I got the Astro 50s over there. This is the Corsair Real Talk R headset. On top of that, we got the another Seagate 4TB hard drive, which I use for PlayStation 4. So the blue one's for PlayStation 4, the white one is for the PS5. Obviously, before I forget, I also have this HD 1080p Logitech camera. This is what I use for my face cam. Right next to this setup is a separate shelf altogether. This is my original PC. This is an Acer Nitro 5. If anybody's seen my very first Dark Souls video, you'll recognize this is the PC that I used back then during that video. Obviously, we got a bunch of extra controllers for different consoles altogether. We got the mouse for the laptop. I do plan on playing League of Legends after this, maybe after I finish editing. My expensive SCUF for PlayStation 5. I don't use it on PC because I do not have the DS4X application or whatever it's called, so you can use PlayStation related controllers. I do have this mini Logitech PlayStation controller for the PS2, but I haven't gotten this thing to work. I'm planning on looking it up to see how to get this thing working. But other than that, obviously we got a bunch of axe because, well, I'm an axe kind of guy. Try to say something about it, I dare you. It's gonna be the same thing, just like the PC. And underneath that, we got the Masterpiece Collection for D&D. This is the second edition. This was my aunt's, but then it got passed down to me. So, and obviously we got all the hard copies of every single game that I own. PlayStation 4, a bunch of few random games all together. I do have this PS3 game, so that's probably going to be the next console to add to the collection eventually. Obviously we got some collector's editions. Obviously we got Dead Space 2, Modern Warfare 2, Halo Wars, and the Mass Effect trilogy. And I know this ain't really part of the setup altogether, but these are all my CDs as well. Yes, I'm the kind of guy that uses CDs. Add me. And for showing off extra stuff, I got my 7 Dragon Balls collected. And obviously the pop figurines for BioShock. We got the Big Daddy and then the Little Sister. I have never opened these. I've had them since Five Finger Death Punch's 8th album came out. So, yeah, they've been here for a good while. So yeah, that's basically the setup. Nothing big because I only can fit so much stuff in that room altogether, so I swear to you I'm not sick or anything, it's just I'm too lazy to blow up my nose at the moment, so that's probably why I'm gonna sound awful during this entire thing. Yeah, hopefully it will be Terraria Part 2, and then maybe a COD video or something. I don't fucking know. I still try to make videos while I'm off work. And then obviously whenever they're uploaded, I can just sit back and relax, be lazy, and that's how I ended up missing out almost like on 2 weeks of uploading after that Terraria video. I'm so lazy. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Peace.